Hello everyone! This video is for non-Finnish followers, as I know there are some of you, and of course for viewers looking for a walk around of a Finnish garbage truck. But let's start with waste management. As you might know, in Finland, waste management is quite advanced. Recycling, which means converting waste into new materials and objects, is well organized. You can throw, say, metal, glass and paper each into a separate bin, and they're all collected, transferred and processed separately. Finland even is a leader in bottle and paper recycling, and we're making a good progress in recycling plastic according to nationwide and European Union-wide legislation. But an important part of waste management are garbage trucks and their drivers. It's the link between a household's or an organization's waste containers and processing facilities. Contrary to unfortunately popular belief, all of the recycled materials are loaded and transferred separately. They don't end up in the same place. Actually, these days we don't talk about waste collectors. We talk about raw material collectors. You can call me raw material collector, and I'm the driver of this huge truck over here. This truck is used to empty containers that are partially placed in the ground. You can't move them with your hands. Let's first have a look at the chassis. It's a 2016 Scania with quite the latest engine emissions reduction technology. You know, it's important not to reduce the effects of advanced waste management in any stage of the process, which includes the transportation. The average consumption is above 40 liters per 100 kilometers, which is due to many stops during the day and crate weight, which can be up to 28 tons. Such great weight is possible because the truck has 3 axles, and there's a tandem axle in the back, and one of the axles can be raised to enhance the ability to drive on slippery surfaces. Also, the differential of the drive axle can be locked for extremely challenging situations, which are, on the other hand, very rare. This truck has an automatic transmission manufactured by Allison, so there's only 2 pedals on the floor, the brake and the gas. There's not a clutch between the engine and the transmission, and instead there's a torque converter, which is excellent considering the amount of stops and slow driving. But speaking of pedals, let's take a look inside the cab. It's not like a high-end cab, but it has most of the components and accessories needed in a convenient working space. And speaking of convenience, the driver, of course, plays an important role in keeping the cab clean and functional. Here's the steering wheel, which you probably knew. Here's the handbrake, and this is the gear selector. Here's the control panel for the rear loader, and this one's for the crane. Here's the monitor of the packet camera, and here's the computer where routes can be found. And when it comes to safety, the truck has a collision warning and a lane departure warning, electronic stability program, electronic brake system, and advanced emergency brake. The seat is really comfortable. It's got an air suspension and it's really adjustable. And there's this imitation leather cover to keep the original seat clean and intact. Finally, we're going to talk about the body, which makes this Scania a garbage truck. Actually, the body consists of 2 parts, which are the rear loader and the crane. The crane is used to lift containers above one of the containers the truck has in the back and behind the cab. The crane can lift up to over 2 tons weight, but containers weighing more than 1 ton are rare. The rear loader of this truck is exceptional, as the hopper has got high walls and there's not a lifting mechanism in the back. Just compare this to a more typical garbage truck. And thanks to the high walls, the hopper can take 5 cubic meters of waste at a time, which just makes things faster. Inside these walls, there's a packer blade, which compacts the waste, making the transportation more efficient. Actually, the packer blade compacts the waste with a force of 300 kilonewtons, which roughly converts into 30 tons. Overall, I just love working with this truck. It's so powerful and large and convenient, and it works very well. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.